Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is related to the experiment performed by Heinrich Hertz about photoelectric effect. What is first photoelectric effect? It is a phenomenon of emission of electrons. Photoelectric effect. That is simply the emission of electrons. We have read the emission of electronic emission. There was the secondary emission, there was thermionic emission, there was photoelectric emission. Photoelectric effect is the emission of electrons from the surface of a metal. Honest, if we are having this as a surface, and on that very surface we are gonna incident what photons, and because of those very photons, these very photons should have a frequency, a stable frequency, with what is meant to say threshold frequency. Once they are incidented on this, by threshold frequency, by stable frequency, we mean that they should have the power, they should have the energy to take the electron out. Otherwise, if we are going to use a frequency which is not having the power to take the electron out, so electron can't come. So once we should have a frequency whose value is equal to threshold value, equal, yeah, greater than that, then electrons are going to come out from this very surface. Electrons will move out. This is h nu. The photons having the suitable frequency, and electrons are going to come out of this very metal surface. Then this is called as photoelectric effect. The electrons emitted are called as photoelectrons, and the current, if we are going to connect it with a circuit, then the current obtained is called as photoelectric current. So simply the phenomenon of emission of electron from a metal surface of a metal when light of suitable frequency is incidented on it is known as the photoelectric effect. The electrons thus emitted are called as the photoelectrons, and the current thus is called as photoelectric current. It was first Heinrich Hertz who, while performing an experiment, he produced these very. He observed he was actually producing the detecting electromagnetic waves, and their photoelectric effects took place. What was his experiment? His experiment consists of two metal plates, P1 and P2. These are the two metal plates which were connected to a source. This is connected to an induction coil which is having a huge voltage. This is the input, these two very plates, and we were having two spheres, metallic spheres S1 and S2, connected to these two very plates. There is also a detector in the which is a wire bent in the form of circle metallic, which having two spheres, the metallic spheres having a large amount of conductivity. Both are at two different ends. Both are not at. There's a gap between the two uh, spheres which are connected to two different ends of a detector. Once voltage is set in, the air gap between S1 and S2 got ionized, and path becomes conducting, and sparks were produced. When sparks were produced, Hertz observed that the air gap between S1 dash and S2 dash also got ionized, hence becomes conducting. That is available, that there is a production of induced current, because induced current is produced there where there is no direct contact, because these very spheres are not directly connected to these S1 dash and S2 dash. S1 is not directly connected to S dash, S2 is not directly connected to S2 dash. So once a huge voltage was applied, the gap between these got ionized, and as a result of their huge ionizing, sparks were observed between S1 dash and S2 dash. How the sparks were produced here, that is only possible one is the air gap between the two that got ionized. So one is that got ionized, that there is a conduction path, and these very sparks, the gap between S1 and S2 dash, there were more and more sparks once this was, what I mean to say, once there was ultraviolet radiation incidented on this very detector. Once there were ultraviolet radiations on this very detector, it was found that the gap between S1 dash and S2 dash, there were more and more sparks. Thus, we can conclude that there is photoelectric emission, or there is production of electrons, because once the ultraviolet radiation was incidented on this, the gaps were more and more. That is, there is emission of electrons the sparks were more and more. That is, there is emission of electrons. Once there is emission of electrons, then they provide a path for the induced current to flow through them. So that is why there were more and more uh, sparks produced in this, and hence it was observed that there is production of what? There is production of photoelectric emission, or you can say photoelectric effect took place. Once again, an induction coil having a huge voltage that was applied to plates. The two plates were connected to spheres, metallic spheres. There was a gap between spheres. The gap between spheres got ionized. At a distance, we were having a detector of wire bent to form a circle. We were having two metallic spheres. The gap between these two very spheres was also showing the sparks. That means it's a conducting gap. And this very sparks got increased once this very detector was exposed to ultraviolet light. So we can say once it is exposed to ultraviolet light, then there is emission of electron. Once the electrons got emitted, and this is the path for electrons, and there is the current, induced current. So there were more and more sparks. Thus, this was the simple. This was the experiment. Actually, it was by chance that there was production of what? There was production of this emission of electrons with the help of ultraviolet radiation. Actually, the experiment was to detect electromagnetic radiation. So, in this lecture, we completed the Henry Church experiment about photoelectric effect. We will be having now Hall-Wash experiment.